Hey, Insightfuls. I was wondering, am I the only one, or does this happen with everybody? Or I don't really know how many of you can relate to this, but there are days when I don't feel like doing anything, and yet doing nothing makes me feel guilty. Does it happen with you as well? But then again, doing the things that you need to do require energy and motivation, which you don't have currently or that day. Well, this is probably going to be the simplest video that I have ever made. No big words, no technical stuff, just simple things that have worked for me in the past in a big way. It's more like a reminder for my future self and your future self, coming from what has helped my past self. While here in the present, I'm hoping that this might help you too. Not every single day can be a highly superhumanly productive one. Slow days are realistic and, in fact, necessary to maintain our sanity. And on days like these, I like to start with a brain dump. Let me explain. So, I just like to sit down with my iPad or sometimes just good old pen and paper or even my computer for that matter, whatever is nearby, whatever is easily there in front of me. And I like to write down every single thing that's been on my mind because some days, some weeks just fly by without any kind of reflection, and a lot happens in that time that we don't get a chance to sift through. So a brain dump comes in handy in situations like these when you have been taking on a lot and you have not had the time to process all that information. Just write about everything that comes to mind. You don't have to worry about whether or not it makes sense because that's just for your own eyes. Nobody else is going to see it. And this will help you clear your headspace a little. This will help you in making better decisions, and this will help you think more clearly. Basically, it makes me feel a lot lighter that I don't have to carry every single thing inside of my head and wait for a therapy session or just a talking session with my friends to let it all out. No, I can just do that with myself with a pen and a paper, and as simple as it is, it's highly effective, and a lot of great revelations have come out of this activity, at least for me. Try it, see if it helps. In line with brain dump, you need to accept how you feel because when we are feeling energetically low, we try so much to power through it. We try so hard to deny how we feel and act like everything is fine. There is a reason why you're feeling low. It could be because of your diet, it could be because of lack of sleep, or it could just be because you're having a lot of emotions piled up inside of you. It could be because someone said something to you that's stuck in your head and you keep thinking about it and it's making you feel bad, but you never took the time to actually process it because processing our thoughts and emotions is very important. And that starts by acceptance. Okay, so why do I feel bad? It's a very simple question that you can ask yourself. Am I hurt? Did somebody say something that made me feel this way? Or did I think of something? Did I come up with something that made me feel this way? So, how do I feel right now? I feel sad, or I feel rejected, or I feel exhausted. Whatever it is, accept it. If you keep fighting through it, you're going to waste a lot of precious energy doing that when you can put that energy somewhere else. Acceptance is pretty magical. Once you know what you know, then you can move past it or you can do something about it. So just accept how you feel. It's okay. It's just a feeling. If you resist it, it will persist. But if you accept it, it will eventually fade. It's just an emotion. Lists save my days. Lists are so essential to getting anything done, and especially the ones that are nicely broken down into smaller chunks. Not big things that I want to write an assignment. Where do you start? Break it down. I need to find a topic. I need to find the resources. I need to look at this website, or I need to consult this book, or talk to a professor. Just basic stuff. Break it down, it will make it easier. And since it's a slow day, keep in mind while you write the things that you need to do that the most calm and most normal version of you can handle. Don't overshoot thinking that you'll get all the 10 million things done in one day. That is just a recipe for a lot of guilt and shame. As one of my favorite characters from one of my all time favorite series says, the steps that you take don't need to be big, they just need to take you in the right direction. So, as long as you're moving in that direction, you're good. Everything's good. I also want you to remember that motivation follows action. It is not the other way around. I don't know where we got this inside of our heads that we first need to be fully pumped and motivated, and only then we will be able to do something. That's not how it works. So do the easiest task that you have first to get some momentum, get things moving. And once that's done, you can move on to the next one and the next one and the next one. I also found that buffer time has been very helpful. It's the moment between one activity to the other that you take to just sit and relax, have some water, or just be. And I don't know who needs to hear this, but please remember that words have power. So don't beat yourself up when you are feeling down. Be a little kinder to yourself. You won't feel like this forever. In fact, you won't even feel like this after a couple of days. But at the same time, you won't always be riding a high either. So just be nicer to yourself this time. Because when you get out of this rut, and you will, that's how you'll set a better example for the future versions of you who won't be met with hostility and self-degradation, but instead a positive space to regroup where there is acceptance to be found. See, all the change and the hustle will happen on the good days, but burnout is as real as getting sick a few times a year. So give yourself some breathing room. You can change the world tomorrow, just like the sun will rise and we will try again. I will see you in the next one.